It's time. The vintage Tampa Bay Rays versus New York Yankees matchup. The first one of the season between these two rivals, I should say.
It's gonna be nice, and I wish I could be there to get my Wander Franco chain necklace on Friday night's game, and I'm not going to be there, and it sucks because I really want that damn necklace, man. I really want that chain.
I think they have a promotion going on all 3 days. They don't need to do that. The Yankees are in town. Let's do it. All right, we'll talk more about it coming up.
You are Locked On Rays, your daily Tampa Bay Rays podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, my name is Kevin Weiss.
I'm Ulises Sambrano.
And we're the host of the Locked On Rays podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Thank you for making Locked On Rays your very first listen every day. And remember, Locked On Rays is free and available on all platforms, including YouTube at Locked On Rays. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Locked On Rays. And if you want to advertise or sponsor the program, send us an email, lockedonrays@gmail.com. Also, if you have a mailbag question, you can send us those as well to that email address. All right, Ulises. So the Tampa Bay Rays going up against the New York Yankees at the Trop for a 4-game series. And at the time that we are recording this, the Yankees, by record, have the best one in the American League. Will that continue throughout the course of the season? I don't know. I don't know if that team's necessarily built to stay healthy for 162 games plus playoffs. But as of right now, the Yankees are in fuego.
Yes, they are. And I don't remember the last time I felt like the Yankees were a big powerhouse. It's been a long time since I felt this way about the Yankees. Like this is not a team easy to beat, and it felt like that for the last couple of seasons where like it's okay, it's just another team. I don't care about the pinstripes. This year they are playing very, very well, and it all starts with that massive human specimen that honestly, if we're just taking our fandom aside and there are aliens coming down to attack Earth and we need to like just send them one human to represent them, to intimidate them, we would need to all say, let's send Aaron Judge to strike fear into these aliens, because he's just a human specimen that it seems he was made up in a lab, dude. I mean,
if you thought
the guy's
that
insane.
if you thought Giancarlo Stanton was a human specimen, introduce yourself to Aaron Judge. It's kind of
he's like the 2.0 version. He's like the software update of Giancarlo Stanton is Aaron Judge. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he is on a tear right now, and yes, good for him, betting on himself of turning down that $214 million, what would have been a $214 million contract extension in the hopes of really cashing in this offseason. And again, if he's able to stay healthy and he keeps these numbers on track for a full 162, I guess he will get more than that is as of right now. But yeah, it's interesting with the Yankees. Like when we go back and did our season preview, I don't think we looked at the Yankees and were like, oh my gosh, we're feared by the Yankees. If anything, we thought they were like, okay, they might win 90 games. If anything, it was more probably the Blue Jays and then the Red Sox / Yankees. Like I didn't think of them as this major force because of the injury issues that they've had and because of some of the ho-hum seasons, but they are living up to the moniker of Bronx Bombers. I mean, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Anthony Rizzo. I mean, you go down the list and they're basically third in baseball in home runs. And the pitching staff too has really surprised up and down. I mean, they're one of the best offensive teams and one of the best pitching staffs as of right now. Now, to play devil's advocate, Ulises, I mean, yes, the Yanks are doing amazing things right now, but you look at their schedule through April and May, and it's not like they have exactly faced a murderer's row. It was a lot of, I see a lot of Orioles on the schedule. I see a lot of Tigers on the schedule. I see a lot of Guardians on the schedule. I see a lot of Royals and bad Red Sox teams on the schedule. So it's not like they've really been tested at this point.
And that's a fair argument. The strength of schedule has definitely been in the Yankees' favor so far. But you know what you need to do when you are facing those weak teams? You need to beat them, which the Rays did very well against the Orioles last season, going 18-1. And this weekend did not go that well when they lost 2 out of 3 against the Orioles, 2 in walk-off fashion, and made a lot of Rays fans depressed. But they're doing what they need to be doing, which is winning against those teams. So yes, the strength of schedule has been in their favor, but they've done what they needed to do, and they've shown it. But going back to what they're doing offensively speaking, dude, Aaron Judge is on pace to breaking 62 home runs. He already has 17 this year. He's batting .325, 1100 OPS. That, when we talk about like highlighting a guy on the lineup to not beat you, this is it. You put every Sharpie color on Aaron Judge's number on name. The issue is that you also have Giancarlo Stanton, who is having a really good season as well. He's hitting .289, a healthy .873 OPS, 11 bombs, 35 RBI. It doesn't get any easier. You talk about Anthony Rizzo, another guy who is at home at Yankee Stadium, and it feels like that should have been the case. Short right porch, with the left-handed swing, it was going to happen. And you go back to the offseason, and all Yankee fans were just crying when Matt Olson, when Freddie Freeman were taking off the board, and they were like, oh, well, we're going to sign Anthony Rizzo. This sucks. That's how entitled that fandom is, that getting a guy like Anthony Rizzo is like, I don't want it, Anthony. It feels, I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan. I think you're not, but you should get this reference. Remember Harry's cousin, Dudley?
No, the goofy dude.
Yeah, and he was like, in the first movie, he was complaining about, I got 36 gifts, and last year was 39. It seems that's the Yankee fandom. Like, I was promised Freddie Freeman and Matt Olson. You only got me Anthony Rizzo? Wham! And then look what Anthony Rizzo is doing. And they solidified that defense with IKF. It's a good defense, Yankee team.
I mean, if we're just looking at metrics here, because the Rays, honestly, I'm kind of amazed that the Rays have the record they have right now, considering the way they've played and the injuries that they've dealt with, between misplays defensively, misplays on the base paths, the offense going cold, blown saves, injuries. You add it all up, and it's like, how are the Rays still on pace to win 95 games? It's kind of ridiculous in that sense. But yeah, the Yankees did some in that deal for IKF, that kind of under the radar, but those are the types of moves that you need to make to elevate your squad. It just can't be, hey, we're going to go out and get a big lefty bopper first baseman. You have to have all 3 components, or all 4 components, multiple components besides just a big bat that's going to give you an 850 OPS.
100%. And it looks more like a complete team. And we were talking about that, the offensive side, but also they've been throwing the ball really well. But I want to talk specifically about a couple of names, but I won't just yet, because I have to tell you about Rock Auto, Kevin. And I have to tell the listeners about Rock Auto. Rock Auto is the place for you today to save time and money. Why choose to spend 30, 70, 90, even 100% more for the same parts of a store or a car dealership? That doesn't make sense. Rock Auto is a family business serving do-it-yourselfers for over 20 years. Rock Auto prices are reliably low for every customer. They have everything you could ever need, from tail lamps, motor oil, and even new carpet. So today, go check out their website to get your auto part needs met by rockauto.com. You go to rockauto.com right now and see all the parts available for your car or truck, and you make sure to write Locked On in their How Did You Hear About Us box, so they know that we sent you. Amazing selection, reliably low prices, all the parts your car will ever need. rockauto.com. Kevin,
Yes.
it's not only offensively for the Yankees. The relief core, which I was saying, you got Chad Green, you got our oldest Chapman, Loizaga. It's pretty stable in our preseason talk about the AL East. There are two guys that we never highlighted, and they should be highlighted right now, and that is Michael King. That's number one. Michael King in 26 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's got a 2.03 ERA, a 1.30 FIP. He's leading all relievers in MLB with a 1.4 F/WAR right now. He has an insane 12.83 K per nine. This is somebody that it's going to be very difficult for the Rays to face, but that's not it, though. You also have to talk about Clay Holmes. In Clay Holmes in 21 and 2/3 innings pitched, he has a 0.42 ERA. That is shiny. He also has a 1.57 FIP, 0.8 F/WAR. The K per nine is not exactly as shiny as Michael King's because it's an 8.72, but he has not allowed a single home run this year and has an impressive, this is my favorite stat for pitchers, is the left on base percentage. The strand rate, what is the percentage of runners that are stranded by that pitcher? He's got a 93.8%. He's stranding 94% of the runners that he has on with a massive 83% ground ball rate. So this is a guy, when you need to put out the fire, men first and second, one out, you need the double play. You need it to not happen. You need to strand those runners. You're going to see Clay Holmes, and he's going to be very tough to beat.
Yeah. What's also crazy, too, is that Nestor Cortez, of all people, has been the best starter. Maybe if we're going pound for pound, best pitcher for the Yankees so far this year. And really all their starters have pretty much impressed we know about Garrett Cole, but Cortez, Jameson Taillon, Luis Severino, Jordan Montgomery, will they be able to keep it up for the entirety of the season? That's a big question. I don't think this is fool's gold. We kind of got screwed by that last year when we said, the Red Sox, they'll come back down to earth. And then they went on to be much better than anticipated. So yeah. I won't go as far as to say that, but I also think that they've been, you can only play who's on your schedule. You're supposed to beat the teams that you're facing, but I feel like I find it hard to believe that this pitching staff and these numbers are sustainable outside of, the Garrett Coles and maybe a couple other guys that I can't expect Cortez and Taillon and Severino and Montgomery to be as good as they are for the entirety of the season. I feel like there's some regression to the mean there. I
understand where you're coming from, but I think the Yankees are not the Yankees of old, and they show that. Something? Well, I'm just thinking like they're not the Yankees of old because they're making moves rather than just throwing money at the problem. Yeah, okay, you threw money at Garrett Cole, but he's Garrett freaking Cole. He was the best pitcher available, and he is on his way to the Hall of Fame. I mean, his numbers are quote unquote down, but he's still like every pitcher in the league would love to have Garrett Cole's numbers right now. So that's the Nestor Cortez story, the Jordan Montgomery, the Jameson Taillon, like IKF, Anthony Rizzo, they're smart baseball moves. And I don't think that we're seeing an irresponsible front office Yankee officials doing the same types of moves of the aughts and the 2010s. Yeah. What are we calling the 2010s, by the way? The teens?
Oh, you got me. I don't know. Yeah.
Of the last 20 years.
I'm cool
of the last 20 years. There we go. It doesn't seem like that type of front office. It seems like they are doing something. They've got the pitching lab working too. They're getting smarter. And that's a problem for the Rays because the Rays are the smartest in the room. They're the valedictorian, and we know that. And I think the whole MLB fandom should know that. But when you add money to the equation, and when you add also the smarts, then you've got yourself a Dodger problem, and it's in your same division.
Right.
I don't think there's going to be much regression to the mean. I think they've had an easy schedule. I think they may be exceeding expectations right now on Cortez and Taillon and Montgomery, but it's not like they're going to fall off a crater and be, AAA pitchers. Like I think the Yankees are a really good team, and it's late May. So it's no longer like, oh, well, it's only 20. Like we've gone past the 26% line of the season. Like now it's sample sizes are stabilizing.
Will the Yankees have a better record than the Rays by season's end?
I hope not, but they are on pace, and the depends on this season series, obviously, and that's a very cliche and easy answer. Who wins the season series? But really, I mean, who is going to show up? Is it going to be the 2020 Rays Yankees, where the Rays just pummeled the Yankees to the ground? Is it going to be hard fought like last year, where the Rays took it 11-8? We don't know. I mean, this is the first, I think, true barometer of the division. Because Toronto and the Yankee series, although it was really fun, Toronto hasn't really been playing to their standards. Yeah. So of what everybody thought that they were going to be. I want to see this 4-game series. Hopefully you either draw it up to chalk and do a 2-2, or you win the series. And that would be impressive, I think, and give the clubhouse a little bit more oomph of, we got this. This division is ours. Back to back, like, we are the reigning division champions 2 years in a row. Let's show them what we got. I would love to see that. I couldn't answer right now without ever seeing these two teams match up face to face.
As of right now, and I hate to say this, but I feel like the Rays, if even being at the Trop, if they split the series, this 4-game series, they should be content about that, considering where both these teams are currently standing right now.
Yes. The one team is completely ailing in so many pitching injuries and so many offensive injuries. If you come up 2-2, even though it's at home and it's going to feel like a loss, look at where you are. I mean, you're missing so many key players. I know Margot might be able to play in this series by the time he's available to come off the IL.
But again, he comes off the IL and you're facing Garrett Cole right away, or you're facing a hot Yankees pitcher. Like, it's hard to get back into a groove and a rhythm as opposed to starting against the Orioles.
And it's not like it's going to get easier when Taillon or Cole or Cortez leave them out. No, you have the Yankees bullpen, which has Michael King, which has Clay Holmes, which has Ulises, which has Aroldis Chapman. I don't care if Aroldis is now throwing 95 mile an hour meatballs that are going for home runs at times. He's still Aroldis freaking Chapman. I don't care. Let's take our fandom hat off, and Aroldis Chapman is impressive.
No, tip your cap to, we can't say, the Yankees have future Hall of Famers on their team. They have superstars on their team. They've got really good players on their team. They're, I think, for all intents and purposes, a better, more dynamic team than they have been of yesteryear, where it's just like, let's get unathletic boppers. Like, they're a little bit different. So,
which makes them scarier. Because then you have so much more to have to tackle, to have to study. It's not just a one-dimensional team that you're facing. They can attack you in different ways, and that's scary.
Yeah. Question before we move on to, and normally we do baseball trivia on a Friday, but we'll do it on a Thursday because we have our mailbag episode on a Friday. And because we have the mailbag episode on a Friday, that is because we had a 3-episode interview with Grant Witherspoon. So that housekeeping out of the way. Question for Ulises: you will not be attending any of the games this weekend, and I
want that Wander chain necklace, man. I'm so upset at missing that.
We can put a call into Peter Bendix, Eric Neander, and get you one. We can get you one.
Peter, I know you're watching. Eric, I know you're watching. Can you hook me up with a chain, please? Thank you.
I mean, there are some people in the front office, so we could, maybe figure something out. But will there be 100,000 fans that crossed the turnstiles over the course of this 4-game series. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Average of 25,000 per.
Well, Saturday's game has been sold out. Sunday's game was on its way to being sold out. That gives you 50K, correct? So we're at 50K
and I'm
right
not
now.
sure what, as of the time of recording this, I do not know what the situation is with the Tampa Lightning, what their schedule will look like as of right now, but that could have some sort of impact one way or the other.
By the way, congratulations to the Lightning. Tampa Bay keeps alive. They basically swept the heck out of the Panthers. And you know how much of a hockey fan I am. Yeah, the Kitty Cats, the dancers, the Florida dancers.
Florida
Okay, so you've got 50K Saturday and Sunday. Thursday is the big boogaboo because like you can make up ground for the Thursday crowd. I mean, I don't think the Thursday crowd's going to reach 20K.
Okay.
I think it's going to be like around 15K, 17K, and then Friday maybe 20. So I think it's going to be shy of 100K, but it's still going to be probably, if not the most sellout crowd it's going to be the most crowded we've seen the Trop in a very long time for a 4-game series. 100%.
I think they get over 100,000. I think they'll do it.
How do you say that? Because isn't what's the maximum capacity? 27,000 at
Yeah, I think they're gonna pack the gills.
27 on Saturday, 27 on Sunday, and then Thursday. You also think Thursday is going to come up 20K?
Well, I think Friday could damn near be a sellout as well.
Oh well, yeah.
It is
Everybody wants that
Memorial Day
chain,
weekend.
baby.
People have extra time on their hands.
It is Memorial Day weekend.
People traveling to Florida.
They haven't seen their Yankees. Look, the Yankees fans, which are a plethora.
The Yankees are really good right now.
They want to see their team win. They want to see their team while they are winning. That they have been winning. They want to celebrate that. Unfortunately, they're Yankees fans.
I didn't say it was going to be 27,000 Rays fans. It could be 19,000 Yankees fans and 8,000 Rays fans.
Oh God, are we doing the Topkin ratio? Remember that tweet? He's like, full house here at the Trop, but it's looking more like a 60-40 split for the Yankees.
Yeah.
What are we
bated
doing here,
breath
Mark?
with the
what are we doing, Mark?
Topkin tweet? I'm sure we'll get a snarky Topkin tweet at some point over the course of the weekend. Guaranteed.
Yes.
Guaranteed. What's also guaranteed is LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. Did you know that every week nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn? Post your job for free at linkedin.com/lockedonmlb. That's linkedin.com/lockedonmlb to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Again, that is linkedin.com/lockedonmlb. All right, Ulises, before we close the show, wanted to squeeze in baseball trivia here. And last week, when we had Evan Klosky on the show, my question regarded most triples in a single season dating back to the year 2000. I'm going to spin it around this time. So listen closely, Ulises and the audience members out there. Since 1999, 10 different players have registered at least 55 doubles, not triples, but doubles in a season. So since 1999, 10 different players have registered at least 55 doubles in a single season. And I'm going to make this one a little bit easier on you. I just want 3 names. I don't need 5 names, just 3 names.
See, I want to hit this with Miguel Cabrera.
Strike 1.
Damn, you have over 600 doubles in your career, which is crazy, and you don't have a 55 double season. That means that's consistency, folks. That's the Hank Aaron approach. Never hit 50 home runs, but he did get over 700 home runs. That's amazing. Okay, rant aside. Okay, then you have to hit with Boston Red Sox. That sandlot of a stadium should help you with doubles, who are noted Red Sox hitters who could get a lot of doubles. I want to think Poppy, but Poppy wouldn't have gone because of the legs. Rafael Devers, I think. Devers?
Strike two.
Son of a gun. Doubles machine. Who's a doubles machine? In the gap? Colorado Rockies. That's a big field. Chase Field, maybe. San Diego. Big field. 55 doubles.
55 or more.
55
At least
or
55.
more. And you said since 1999.
Since 1999, 10 different players have achieved that mark.
Are any of them in the Hall of Fame?
Are any of them in the Hall of Fame? Yes.
How many?
I think just one.
Craig Biggio.
That would be correct. 56 in 1999.
God, okay, you can't just go. I can't just go Florida Panther on the trivia question, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got one. Craig Biggio. There's only one guy on the Hall of Fame there. Will there be an eventual Hall of Famer in that list? Like, are there active players on that list, or am I just going archive? I should have asked that.
There
earlier.
could be a retired player that might eventually make the Hall of Fame, and then I would say there might be one more guy that has Hall of Fame potential.
All right. I think the first guy you mentioned, we also mentioned it on our Grant Witherspoon interview, which, by the way, guys, you have to go check it out. We had a really good 15-minute conversation with Grant, who we'll probably have again sometime in the future, because it was a very enjoyable chat with him. Really smart dude. Todd Helton.
That would be correct. 59 doubles in the year 2000.
Okay, baby. Okay. This is a comeback story. Everybody's pulling for me. I know it. Everybody's like, come on, Ulises, you got this. Come on.
The most recent ones were in 2019 and 2017, if that helps at all.
2019 and 2017.
You have 2 strikes, and you need one more name.
I feel this is exactly how Mike Brasso felt in the 2020 ALDS Game 5 at bat against Chapman, just like this.
This would be more impressive, though, if you were able to answer the question correctly.
More impressive than that. Oh boy, guys, who is it? Write it down on the YouTube comments right before the answer's up. Write down on YouTube. Subscribe while you're at it.
Start listing teams if you want, but
God. No. 2017, 2019. God, I want to say DJ LeMahieu like a mama, but I don't want to.
Do you want me to give you all the years of?
No, I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with DJ LeMahieu.
Good guess. Incorrect. Strike 3.
Darn
Here's
it.
the names.
Okay.
Lance Berkman, 55 in 2001. Matt Carpenter, 55 in 2013.
Wow.
You got Craig Biggio correct. You were thinking along the right lines of a Red Sox player, Nomar Garcia-Parra, 56 in 2002.
A righty. It had to be a righty to use the damn Fenway Green Bogadoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Garrett Anderson, 56 in 2002.
Wow. Hey, Garrett.
Brian Roberts, 56 in 2009. Brian Roberts is like the Nick Markakis of infielders, like a guy that had a really good career that
nobody ever talks about.
Got enough respect of what he deserved.
Yes.
Jose Ramirez, 56 in 2017.
Damn.
Carlos Delgado, 57 in 2000.
Who should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Nick Castellanos, 58 in 2019, playing in Detroit.
Damn. Detroit. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Todd Helton, 59 in 2000. And my final question,
Okay.
I mentioned Brian Roberts. Let's go ahead and do it. What's Brian Roberts' career WAR?
Okay, let's say he played like a good dozen years. I don't think he reached 15. So dozen years, and for like a 7-year period, he was incredibly good. Like 4 WAR player, 7 times 4, that's 28. Then he kind of fizzled off. I think he even played for the damn Yankees for a little bit. 28. So I'm going to go with 31. 31 WAR for Mr. Brian Roberts.
Pretty good. 29.5 according to Baseball Reference. 14.
I love name that WAR. It makes me look smart.
Yeah, no, very good. 101 career OPS plus 756 OPS, 285 stolen bases, 97 home runs, 276 career batting average. He played.
Was he ever a 2020 guy or no?
I would doubt it. He got close. He was a 1827 guy, a 1630 guy. But yeah, if you don't even get to 100 home runs in your 14-year career, it's hard to be a 2020.
Yeah, but 18, what was it? 1827? That's pretty close.
Yeah. No, he was a guy that like 1530 guy, which is really, really good. And then he batted 276 over the course of his career. So very good with that one. Hope you all enjoy it. Little guy too. He's like 5'8".
Yeah. Yeah, he was the American Jose Altuve.
Yeah. Or Dustin Pedroia. Although taller than Pedroia. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Aaron Judge to make it in the major leagues. That's for sure. So.
Dude, by the way, before we go, did you see the picture of Aaron Judge holding a normal sized water bottle?
I did not. Is it like
it looked like it's I'm going to text it to you after this.
I got to see this. Yeah.
It was laughable. Yeah. He's a specimen.
Made in a lab. He was made in a lab. All right. Thank you for making the Locked On Rays podcast your first listen every day. Remember, you can advertise with us or sponsor the program, lockedonrays@gmail.com. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and we will have a mailbag episode on Friday. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and anybody who has an extra chain necklace from Franco, DM me 100%. I'll pay for shipping. I want that necklace, people. Give it to me. I'll pay for everything.
Clearly does.
Yeah. All right, guys. Bye-bye.